Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. And today it's all about getting going to try an attempt to get the cockpit and front fuselage all closed up today. Okay, so that is the plan. So the parts that you see in front of me, or that you see here, are going to be part of today's video. So there we go. That's what I was done, and I have to say that's come out really well. Right. So one of the first parts we need to get on, I'm going to put the rest of it, because we need this part to start with. Okay, and I'm going to put the rest of the other parts in a small pot. Going to be doing a bit of weathering today as well, so going to need some of the clear parts out as well. So just bear with me. And we're going to need parts. We're going to need parts because we're going to be working from step 6, E6. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, we've got the right one. Frame E. Right, there we go. So we want E6, which I think is that one there. So we're going to cut this one off. And we'll get the file. I've got a funny feeling that this is going to be a long video, so just going to make sure that goes in there like so. There we go. Right, that goes in, and we'll put some oh, I've got it in the wrong way. There we go, they've got the clear part in, so that's that all done and dusted. Right, now then, here's where I need my scratcher. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I'm just going to get my scraper out in a minute. Is just around about here is where I'm just going to scrape away some paint. Okay, because what I want to do is, what I want to make sure of is that the paint is for the part is that the paint is that the, there we go. I think we got there. Right. So I want to make sure that the paint for the part that's got somewhere to grab. Well, not the paint, I mean the glue. So what we're going to do is put some glue on there, or cement, and we're going to put it there. That looks as if it's good, all good to go. Right, so that's step 6 out of the way. Now here's where we need to do a little bit of weathering. Okay, so I'll get myself all prepared, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay guys, well, I'm going to use some black Humboldt weathering powder. There you go. And I've not done any weathering for a while, so this is a bit of a new thing for me. So I'm just going to dip my brush into the weathering powder, and we're just going to do I've seen Ben Builds do this on when he now that looks a little bit too black to me, so what we'll do is I've got another little brush. In fact, I'll tell you what, while I'm here, I'll go and do this one. That looks a little bit too black to me, so what we're going to do is change over brushes a bit, and we're just going to dip it into some water, and we're just going to do this. That's still a little too black. I think I might have put on a little too much. So I'll tell you what, So I'll be back in a bit. Right, I'm back a bit. Now I've got some paper towels, so I'm going to try and I'm going to yeah, I think that looks a bit better, but I mean, at least it's been toned down just a tiny bit. Right, so there we go. So there we go. And while we're at it, we might as well just to see if we can try and do actually I wonder whether if it might be better to just do there, I think so. Right, there we go. So I think what I could have actually toned it down a bit better than what I have, but I mean it's just but it's only the first time that I've done it done this, so there you go. All right, so just right, there we go. Now then, I'll be back in a bit. Right, what we're going to do now is to go and do just a little bit of paintwork, and we're going to paint the control panel because that's got a decal that needs to be that's got a decal that needs to go on it. So we're going to get that all done. And there's just a tiny bit that needs to go on the there on the flat of the flat back. Okay, so that's that all done. And there's a little bit that needs to go on the pilot seat, back on the back of the pilot seat. Now I'm using a bit of buff, okay, but which is similar to what Humboldt I've got with the number 62 leather brown. So I think that's right. So there we go. So there we go. That's the cockpit all done and dusted. Right, now then, what we need to do now is to have a look and see how this is going to fit in. So where the fuselage goes. So this is I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get the we'll leave that to dry off a bit, and we'll get the and we'll leave that to dry off a bit, and we'll get the jackal on for the control panel. All right. Okay, guys. Well, we're back, and we're going to do the control panel decals now. Right, now here's where I need a pair of tweezers. Right, so got me water ready, and there's the first decal that's got to go on of this build. So just do that. Right, so wait for that to lift off the back, and we get our marker set. I'll just move this over a bit, and then you can see where I'm going. You see that? Is that all on there? Yeah. Right, now I need my I think I've got this wrong way around, but there we go. There we go. Right, just got to get this in there. Right. Right, there we go. Right. Now the next one is this one. So we're going to dip that in. Leave that there. Oh. Let's just put a little bit more marker set on there. There we go, that's that one. And now, probably the smallest one of the lot. Right. Right, that should have come off the backing now. Yeah, that's on. Yeah, that's on. I'm not sure if that's in the right place or not, but there we go. That's there. Right, leave that to dry for a bit. I'm going to jump ahead to step 11 because what we're going to do is get this part in. This is the folded navigator's table. Okay, so before we do anything else, we're going to, I'll just put this onto a bit of blue tack. And we're just going to paint these a bit. Oh no, this. Perhaps I should have actually done this in a darker brown. But the reason why I'm doing it now is that I want to get this in now because it'd make it a bit difficult for me to it'll make it a bit difficult for me to glue in once the cockpit is in. Okay, once the cockpit floor is in. So doing it now will make it a bit easier. So here we go. I'll just give that a bit of a quick weathering with the. I might just use another. I'll use one of the. There we go. I'll just use one of these, I think. And we'll just dip that in with a bit of water there. Leave that soothe. There we go, I think that's all okay there. Right, now the reason why I've done that was that, well, I'm just about to go and put the cockpit floor in, and it would make it a bit easier. It would, no, actually, it would have been a bit more difficult for me to go and stick that part in. How do I got the cockpit floor in? So here we go. I'll just, sorry about my phone. So you see what I mean. How would I've been able to get that in with the cockpit floor in? Right. That's now in. It's not glued in. Okay. Right, let's get some glue in, I think. Okay, there we go. I have to say, the fit on this is absolutely brilliant. There we go, that's all right. Now then. Right, there we go. Alright. Okay guys, we're going to go back to step 6 because there's this tiny little clear pot which I've missed off. So what we're going to do, going to dry fit it first before we do anything else. That looks alright. Now then, let's get that. Let's get some glue in. There we go. Right. Now then. Now, all we want to do is we're going to go on to step 8 now because there's a little table which needs to go. I'm just going to get it out. There we go. That's the part that I want. And I think goes in there. Get this right in a minute. Right, there we go. Now this, but now how does that go in? Does that go? There we go. That's it. I think. I think there's some little holes there on the. Yeah, there are. Right. Let's try and get these in. Got it in once, but there we go. Right. Let's get that in and get it all glued in. Right, there we go. Well, that's glued in well and truly now. So we've got that little table in now. Now we can go on to step 9. And get this part in, okay? And also this part. So just looking to see how that goes. There we go. Right, just put a bit more on there so that we can right. Leave that to do its job. Now we can put this part in. And that goes over, and that goes over one of those. One of those. And that goes over the, that's the bottom half of the turret, and the bloody turret itself has come out again, so right, let's get some glue on this thing. Okay, there we go. Okay guys, there's one small part, two small parts that need to go in, because what we're going to do now is get a small clear part that goes in that goes in there. And there's one bit here that needs to go in there. And we can just there we go. That seems to be well stuck. Right. Okay, right, now the moment of truth. How will this all fit together? Right, that seems to have gone all right. That seems to have gone okay, but just needs a bit of right, let's get it all let's get it all glued in. Okay. Get that all in. Now then. There we go. I've got that all glued together now. And hopefully what we can do now is to, I'll tell you what, I will get another batch of another strip of masking tape off, and we can just put some glue in all along there. There you go. That is the front fuselage all taped up and glued together. Right. Okay guys, so I'm going to make a start on step 14, but we'll finish step 14 in episode 3. Okay, and I want to get the crew door on into the inside of the fuselage, okay, because I want to make sure that I want to get this all primed, get the inside of the fuselage all primed and painted before before finishing the fuselage. So we're going to make a start there, and that's how it goes. So what we're going to need to do now is to go and then just move that into there. Yeah, so there we go. That's what I want to do. I want to at least get the fuselage all started. The main half of the fuselage all started. And then once we've got it finished, we can make a start on the wings. Okay, so hopefully in episode 4 we can make, episode 3, we'll finish off the fuselage, and then in episode 4 we can put the wings on. Okay, so there you go. Well guys, that's it there for this video, and sorry, I'll just do that a minute. There we go. Right. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. Before I go, I've got some good news to go and share with you. I passed the... I've now reached the 500 subscriber mark. Okay, so there should be an image on screen now saying that I've passed, well, that I've got to the 500 subscriber mark. So that now means that I'm about 2/3 of the way of applying for the YouTube partner program. Okay, so all I need to do now is to get to 3,000 public watch hours. Okay, so and at the moment that is 2,511. So there you go, guys. So once again, thanks ever so much for getting me to 500 subscribers. It means a lot, and so yeah, means a lot, that does, and it does also mean that I can start to think about channel memberships and super thanks and that kind of stuff. So okay, so so yeah, if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up, why don't you? Also consider sharing. So yeah, share the videos, and also consider subscribing if you've not subscribed before, and feel free to leave a comment as well. Okay, so in the meantime, guys, thanks ever so much, and I'll see you for episode 3, where we'll be putting the fuselage all together. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.